Welcome to the Missouri Ethics Commission's tutorial series for local election authorities. This video will explain when and how to file a political subdivision's annual PFD filers list with the MEC. Each December, political subdivisions with an annual operating budget over $1 million must provide the MEC with a list of the coming year's annual PFD filers. This list is filed using the MEC's Political Subdivision electronic filing system. Under Information to be filed by political subdivisions, click Go next to Personal Financial Disclosure Annual Filers. This process is divided into 3 parts. First, click the Process Candidate Filers link. Here, you will disclose if any candidates from a prior election cycle now hold a position that requires them to annually file a PFD. The system prompts you to select either required or not required. If the individual now serves or was elected to an annual filer position, select required to include the individual on your list of those who are required to file an annual PFD. If the individual was not elected or does not serve in an annual filer position, select Not Required, and the individual will not be included on your annual filers list. Incumbent candidates will have 2 positions listed: the annual filer position that they held and the position for which they were a candidate. First, process their annual filer position by selecting whether they are currently serving or not serving in an annual filer position. If you select Serving, the system will automatically respond Not Required to the candidate prompt and move the filer to the subdivision's annual filers list. If the individual is not serving in an annual filer position, the system will prompt you to enter the individual's last day of service in their annual filer position. Individuals who no longer serve in an annual filer position must still file a PFD that discloses their financial interests from January 1st through the last day they held the position. Select Not Required to the candidate prompt. Once you have processed all former candidates, proceed to the Process Annual Filers section. Here, you will disclose which of the current year's annual filers must file again in the coming year. For each filer, answer whether the individual still serves in a position that must file a PFD, or if the individual no longer holds the position. Selecting Serving keeps the filer on your annual filers list. If the individual is not serving in an annual filer position, enter the individual's last day of service. Individuals who no longer serve in an annual filer position must still file a PFD that discloses their financial interests from January 1st through the last day they held the position. Next year, the filer will automatically be removed from the subdivision's annual filers list. Once you have processed all annual filers, proceed to the New Filers section. Here, you will add any individuals that served or are serving in the current year that have not served in prior years. Importantly, you will not add any individuals who were elected to their position here. Those filers were added back in the Process Candidate Filers section. Click Add Filer and check New Filer. Enter all the required information about the filer. Once all new filers have been added, carefully review the draft of your annual filers list to make sure that each annual filer is accounted for and make any changes as necessary. When everything is correct, click Submit and send confirmation. This concludes our tutorial on submitting a political subdivision's annual filers list. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for other videos in this series which will explain additional MEC requirements for political subdivisions and local election authorities.